Hi, welcome to day 3 of Maths with me, and we're still covering ratio.
What?
Nothing, never mind, carry on. Let's get straight into it today. Here's a question very similar to the ones you find on My Maths Today. So, Doris wins £780 on the lottery. Congratulations, Doris. She decides to spend some of it but save the rest. The ratio of spending to saving is 7 to 6. You have to trust me, that is a 6. She spends, we don't know. She saves, we don't know. We've got to work that out. So, we are going to work out exactly how much she spends and saves with that £780. So we do our grid. We do the headings. Spends, saves. Often I will just put the initial of what we're doing on here. But spends and saves both begin with S. Let's just zoom in a little bit while we do this. There's our total. Now she spends 7 parts of it, saves 6 parts of it in our ratio. That means there's a total of 13. Now we want to work out how much she spends and how much she saves. Exactly. We know she's won a total of £780. Then we have to work out how many 13s go into 780. Now I don't know how many 13s go into 780. I don't know my 13 times table. So I am going to use division to work that out. How many 13s go into 780? So what we do is we see how many 13s go into 7? None. That can carry over. I mean, you can use long division for this, but it's only 13s. I'm sure we can cope with it. So how many 13s now go into 78? You might have to start writing out your 13 times table until you get there. Oh look, it's that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 6th 13th of the 13 times table. And then 13 goes to none, no times. There we go. We know that we would have to multiply 13 by 60 to get the £780 that Doris won. Then all we have to do, like we have in the past, is multiply both of these by 60. And then we'll work out how much she spends and how much she saves. 7 times 60. Well, I know 7 times 6 is 42. So 7 times 60 is 10 times bigger than that. 6 times 6 I know is 36. But 6 times 60 is 10 times bigger than that. So she has spent £420. She has saved £360. So next question. This is the first time we've seen a 3-part ratio. So let's have a look at it. Derek is organising his collection of DVDs. He has 153 altogether. The ratio of comedy films to action to horror is 6 to every 7 to every 4. How many of each type of DVD has he got? First up, we need to draw the noughts and crosses grid. Only this time, it's got an extra column to it. So we have C for comedy films, A for action films, H for horror films, and your total column. We know that he has 6 comedy films for every 7 action films, and for every 7 action films and 6 comedy films there are 4 horrors. You add all these up, you have 17. So he wants to know how many DVDs he's got of each type. If he's got 153 in total. For the next part, to find out how many 17s go into 153, you're going to need to use division. Now you're going to need to do it in the way you've been taught in class. If you're in my class, we use a coin card like this. Some other classes have simply added up the 17 times table until they get as many 17s as they need. I like this, it's a shortcut way of doing it. So, 17, does it go into 1? No. Does it go into 15? No. Does it go into 153? Well, we should hope so. Now, using my coin card, I can see here that 10 lots of 17 are 170. So 9 lots will be 170. Take away 17, which is, 153. So I know that 9 lots of 17 will go into there. So, get rid of that. That is actually now times by 9. So I know that 9 17's got 153. That means now I can do the rest. Times 9, times 9, times 9. 6 times 9, 54. 9 times 7, 63. 4 times 9, 36. So we have 54 comedy movies in his selection. We have 63 action movies in his selection. And we have 36 horror movies in his collection of 153 DVDs. That is the kind of question you're going to get on My Maths. Here's what a question 2 will look like on today's task. You may have different numbers to this one. However, I'm not going to show you how to do it to the end. I'm just going to give you some tips on how you'd go about answering this 3-part question. The first part, Josie makes fruit punch by mixing fruit juice and lemonade in the ratio 2:3. She needs to make 30 litres of punch for a party. How much of each ingredient does she need? Here's what the ratio grid's going to look like for this problem. For 2 parts of fruit juice, you need 3 parts of lemonade. That means there's 5 parts to this recipe in total. But it says she wants to make 30 litres. So you know what to do from here. Part 2 then. During the party, Josie decides to make some more. She has 10 litres of fruit juice left and plenty of lemonade. How much extra punch can she make? Let's have a look at how we do that using the grid. For this part, it now says she has 10 litres of fruit juice, plenty of lemonade, meaning that's limitless. How much can she make in total? So now you would have to work out what you'd multiply by 2 lots of fruit juice to get 10 lots of fruit juice. Final and quite challenging part. To make the second batch of punch go further, Josie adds 3 more litres of lemonade. What is the ratio of fruit juice to lemonade in the second batch? Let's have a look at how we do that. Here's how our grid would look after the previous part of the question, where 25 litres of lemonade were made. Now it says she's going to make the second batch with an extra 3 more litres of lemonade. So I need to add another 3 to the parts here. So that ratio should be 10 to 18. However, this can be simplified. You can have 10 to get 5, you can have 18 to get 9, and your ratio is for every 5 parts of fruit juice, there are 9 parts of lemonade. Question 2 on this task today is difficult. However, give it a go. I've given you a run through of how to do it on this video. If you don't get it the first time, try again. Try as many times as you can to do the best that you can do. Good luck.